Up. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the zoo. The minions with me this evening are Gabby.
Greetings, everybody.
By the way, Gabby, is this the first time that you've actually been introduced as a minion thus far?
I I've been around for quite a while.
Yeah, but
Oh,
normally you've
as a
been
minion.
traveling
Oh,
exhibit.
that's fairly recent, but I believe they updated that just like not too long ago.
Yep. Wasn't sure if this was your first actual announcement as a minion rather than just a traveling exhibit.
Yay! Where's my pin? Do I get a pin? I want a pin.
And Adam wants donuts at the meetings. Thus far, we haven't provided those either. So, and Adam, how are you doing today?
Hold on. So, are we getting pins and donuts, or what's
Yes.
going on?
Now we're going to
I'm
have
down
to
for
go
both.
for the diamond and get recognized as a official family. It seems.
Yeah, do we get like a badge or something like that? This
Hell
is the
yeah.
first time, man.
Badges, lanyards, donuts, coffee, all the good jazz.
Yeah, and donuts. Like, are they both okay? First off, are we getting eclairs and donuts, or are we getting just like your standard?
Don't get spoiled. Okay, we're
Now
not.
it
Oh,
sounds
I'm
like you're
sorry.
just trying to go a bit greedy there.
Whoa. Okay. Well, I didn't say anything about like bear claws or anything. So,
Eclairs
not.
are a bit more fancy than bear claws.
Wait, are they more fancy?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know the hierarchy of the pastries.
Pastry world.
Yeah.
Good rule of thumb: the more French it sounds, the more.
Bougie it is.
Oh, okay. So the more French it sounds. So croissants, but croissants are,
Yeah.
What
Croissants.
about souffles? Or what about those pan or flan? Yeah, flan.
Yeah.
I just like how we
As I
always
said,
talk about food. Like
the
all
more
the time.
the more French you go, the more hotty toddy it is.
Hotty toddy.
Yes.
Yeah, but then you start getting into like frog legs and snails and little baby chickens and or
Hey,
ducks.
frogs'
Yeah.
legs are delicious.
Those are all yours, buddy.
Cook 'em
So
up
I
nice and they are fantastic.
I'm doing well on this Friday evening. How are you doing, Sir Sanguine? Welcome back to hosting.
Yep, I'm doing tickety boo. I had a fantastic dinner tonight, and I had a fantastic dinner last night. But before I go into that, Gabby, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
That's good to hear. So, do you guys want to hear about what my Thanksgiving meal was?
Yeah, what'd you cook?
So, for Thanksgiving, I decided that I would go a little bit traditional, but I would do a bit of a twist on it because I was just cooking for myself. Don't have time to go home to the family house for Thanksgiving. So, I ended up doing turkey katsu. So, I took some nice oven roasted turkey breast. I sliced up some thick, like inch and a half slices of it. Then panade them, finishing up in panko, and deep fried those sons of bitches so that they were nice and crispy. One of them was single breaded, one of them was double breaded. I wanted to see how much of a difference it was. I think I actually preferred the single breaded. But it got super crispy, crunchy deliciousness. The turkey was perfect. So I had those two slabs of turkey katsu, along with a cheddar mashed potato using two types of cheddar cheese, and then some sauteed broccolini, which I finished up with a little bit of red wine vinegar, and sauteed mushrooms finished up in a herbed butter with a quick pan sauce that I had mixed up, just a quick gravy, and spooned over top of the katsu as well as the mash. And it was absolutely fucking glorious. Oh, and then I also served it up with a 6-month cellared New Holland Breweries Dragon's Milk Reserve s'mores that I had on hand. So it was a really nice meal. Also, I ended up with pouring out a measure of, I believe I did Ardbeg's Wee Heavy. No, I did the Heavy Vapors. Sorry, not the Wee Heavy. I did the Heavy Vapors.
But just a wee heavy.
The Heavy Vapors is fantastic. It's a special release from Ardbeg, where Ardbeg normally has a purification column that they have on their distillation. So they pull the purification column, which allows a little bit more of the contaminating alcohols to get into the final product, but those contaminating alcohols have slightly different flavors. So the Heavy Vapors has a more chocolatey note to it due to the non-ethanol contaminating alcohols, which are delicious.
Ew.
And Tickety Boo is a old turn of phrase. I think it originated in the pre-war period in England. It means everything's grand.
I still, every time I hear Tickety Boo, it's the first time I heard it was Good Omens. It
Yep.
always tickles me whenever I hear Tickety Boo.
Yeah, it's a very dated expression, but it sounds so happy that why the fuck did it fall out of use?
We're bringing it back.
Yeah, saying that everything's tickety boo, that is a fantastic turn of phrase that just sounds as happy as it should.
Mm-hmm.
So, what about you two? What did you have for your Thanksgiving meals?
I just had the traditional, like turkey, mashed potatoes. What I did is I could actually go and see family. Like, I actually had the actual day off. And what our family does is we host like a Thanksgiving. Well, I mean, not just us. Like, it's kind of like a community thing. And we just hosted like a whole bunch of like meals and stuff for like people who either couldn't travel or didn't have any family to go see.
Mm-hmm.
So we just, passed out plates and helped set up and did that kind of dealio.
Kind of like a more open Friendsgiving sort of deal.
Yeah.
What about you, Adam?
Well, I guess this is, a continuation of another non-Thanksgiving year for me. So I was thankful to have potluck at work
Mm-hmm.
before we went on our vacation. So that was pretty nice.
Oh, nice.
That does sound nice.
Yeah, but in terms of family, no, they're not there.
Not a problem. Like I said, I didn't have Thanksgiving with family. I spent the time just bullshitting with people and having a good night of it. So,
Well, I
that-
will say, I did spend some time hanging out in Discord. So,
yep,
there was some family there.
yep.
So
There's
I hung out with Terry. Apparently in Australia they don't have Thanksgiving. So
yeah, and thankfully they don't do the bootleg equivalent that Canada
Yeah.
does.
They don't cook emu. Oh wait, that's right. They can't kick an emu's ass.
whoa. Hey,
Though I will say, have you had emu? Emu's delicious.
I heard it was
I'm
gay.
putting that on the list.
It is extremely beefy, and I love it.
Sure, it would be. Those are some buff boys.
Oh yeah. Though this does bring up something that I like to do every Thanksgiving. I think Adam has heard me do this before. And Gabby just heard me go through this, but you'll have to suffer through me explaining again. So I'm going to ask a almost entirely rhetorical question. Do you guys know the true origin of Thanksgiving?
Ooh. Well, I mean, I know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think you've heard me go through this several times before.
It's a Thanksgiving tradition.
Exactly, because it's something that drives me crazy. The number of people that try to say, well, Thanksgiving needs to be done away with, and Thanksgiving is about genocide. No, it isn't.
Oh,
That's
okay.
not what Thanksgiving
For,
is about.
before you do this, I just want to put a little bookmark. Um,
Yep.
damn, right before the last day at work, we did watch a movie. And it was a weird Thanksgiving movie, but go with your tradition because I think it'll be a nice foundation towards this movie that I saw. So,
Copy
uh,
that.
yeah, I'm gonna mute
So,
myself.
with Thanksgiving, there's the quasi myth that everyone knows. And I call it a quasi myth because it's not really a complete myth. What it is it's an amalgamation of about 6 different stories. So, did it happen exactly how the standard story goes of, well, the pilgrims came to the US or came to the Americas, they ended up having trouble when they first arrived. The Native Americans taught them how to farm various things. Then, when it came time for harvest season, the settlers, in an act of gratitude, had this massive feast that they shared with the Native Americans. And it was a bit of a harvest feast that is then the origin of Thanksgiving. Yes and no. It didn't happen exactly that way, but there's about 6 different stories where that story takes bits and pieces of it and just merges them into one story. But yeah, it didn't really happen that way. Then there's the anti-myth, as some people would say, where they're trying to set right the history of Thanksgiving, and they turn the relationship between the Americans or the early American settlers and the natives into just one of settler on native genocidal debauchery. That is more mythical than the quasi-myth. The quasi-myth at least pulls from 6 different stories. The anti-myth completely ignores about half of all the conflicts. Because as many times as the settlers started doing shit to the natives were doing shit to the settlers. It was a tit for tat. It's just that the settlers won out in the end. So people like to go back and try to say the person that won was the one who was always at fault. No, fuck that. It's complete horseshit. But then there's the true story of how Thanksgiving started. Which, Adam, do you know when it started? Quick history test. Are you there, Adam?
Wait. What was the question?
Quick history test. Do you know when Thanksgiving started?
Okay, the practice or the official, like,
The official national holiday.
okay, so Civil War time?
Yes, it was during the Civil War. It was immediately after 2 devastating Union victories, devastating for the Southerners and triumphant for the North. It was immediately after Gettysburg and Vicksburg. So the last real attempt of the South to push into the North being defeated at Gettysburg, and a continued push into the South from the North that succeeded and kept the momentum at Vicksburg.
Hey, can I ask a quick question, sir?
Go ahead.
Would it be past us to invite Kefki onto the show?
Oh, we can invite Kefki.
The more the merrier. Heck yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't mind if Kefki joined. I think it'd be a nice thing.
Let me quickly click over and shoot the.
But I don't know. She's one of those ferret people, so.
So
like
the invite has
You're
been shot.
speciesist? How dare you? Hear
Whoa!
this bigotry?
Okay, never mind. I didn't say that.
So it was immediately after those 2 victories, which made it clear that the Civil War was winding down. It wasn't over by any stretch of the imagination, but this was the point where it became clear to everyone in Lincoln's cabinet and to Lincoln that the North was going to win the war. It was just a matter of time and just a matter of making sure that everyone kept heart enough to continue the fight. But if the North continued fighting, the North was going to win. So they started thinking to, well, what does that mean for the nation after the war? They needed to do something in order to commemorate these two Union victories. But if they chose poorly, it would be something that would drive a wedge into an already fractured nation ever deeper. Because one option would be you make it so that it's a holiday that commemorates these two amazing victories that really signaled the end of the war. It would be Union Victories Day or something to that effect, where it would commemorate Vicksburg and Gettysburg. But the problem with that is that then everyone in the Union would be happy. That would really help everyone in the Union keep the will in order to continue the fight. But once everything became reunified, now you'd have half the country going, oh yeah, we have a holiday about how our ass got kicked. Fantastic.
You know,
go ahead.
Well, no, that's the thing too, is it's meant to be a binding option towards oh, hi Kefki.
Oh, hi, Adam. Speciesist.
Oh, come on.
I heard that shit, yo.
You didn't
Bigotry is
have
not
the-
tolerated
Come
on
why
this
are you
channel.
Yeah.
tossing
Yeah.
me under the bus. But no. Especially with Civil War, you see it as a binding agent in terms of trying to fix up North and South. But then when you go past that and you go into where we're at, looking at it like pilgrims and natives, I mean, even that is a binding agent in terms
Yep.
of,
Wait, what about natives? What you gonna say about natives? Look
Well,
at
I-
my feathers. Look at my feathers. Hey. But there's a reason it's only half a headdress, but it isn't half native.
Well,
so I'm
the
gonna be half offended.
Well, half okay, half the headdress, but you have both hands on the turkeys or the turtle,
Yeah.
and you're not
Well,
sharing with
well,
any
thank
of us.
you, thank you,
So
Adam. Hey, Adam.
now,
Hey, Adam. Thank
Yeah.
you for correcting yourself. It is turkle, isn't it?
yeah. You
It's
see,
so
I'm trying.
funny you said turkle. I love that. I'm
This
sorry,
is
what were you
great.
saying? What was you saying? I got
I'm
both
having
hands
fun
on the
already.
turkle? Who wouldn't have both hands on the turkle? Are you crazy? It's
Sounds like a
good.
turkey and a turtle. Turkle.
Turkle.
So
Oh
you've
my
heard of the
god, it sounds
turducken.
like a turkey turtle. Turkle. Oh lord.
I like
You've
turtles.
heard of the turducken. Now it's the turkle, which is a turkey stuffed with turtle meat.
Ugh, that
Oh.
sounds disgusting.
Oh my God.
You know what though? I'd probably eat it. I'm not gonna
Who
lie.
eats a
you wouldn't.
turducken even? That's
Oh yes, I would.
Yeah, who has tried a turducken?
I haven't.
I've never got to. I always wanted to though. Because it's turkey and it's duck.
Apparently,
It's-
emu is delicious from what I
And a
hear.
chicken.
Emu. I want to
Emu
try
is
emu.
absolutely delicious.
Mm.
It is very big. But going back to the story. So yes, it was something that was being devised as a unifying thing. So what Lincoln and his cabinet immediately did was they set about trying to come up with something that could celebrate the victories while also being a uniquely and wholly American thing. Something that every American would be able to look back on and go, that is a story of us.
Now, okay, you take that and you go with, again, I peppered with the Indians and pilgrims, right?
Yep.
They learned corn and all that. But even if we fast forward to today,
They learned corn
Corn.
and all that. They
I
learned corn and all of
all
that.
right, okay, you understand what I was saying.
this is
Jeez.
beautiful.
Okay, all right, yeah, okay. They,
I'm gonna choke on my
It's important
turducken. Wait,
for
oh
circle.
my goodness.
it's
No,
important
wait.
in order to have a thriving market for turtles that
No,
you
no,
learn
okay.
how to corn.
Let me correct this. They learned how to maize, whatever the
They
fuck
learned
you
how to
call it.
maze.
Yeah, they
That's
learned how to
amazing,
maze.
Adam.
Corn.
But boom.
That means corn.
Oh, sweet lord. But we fast forward to today, where we celebrate these bits where it's a coming together of families, and even in the I guess the most commercial sense, the Macy's Day Thanksgiving Parade. I know a lot of people like kind of look past it, but this is one of those things where it's like, dude, people look at it, and even if it's just goofy big balloons, and it's a parade,
Yep,
and it's a coming together of people and celebrating, um, just togetherness,
yep.
togetherness. Wow. Okay, OJ, or fucking uh, Mike Tyson. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna hang my head up. I'm
I
done.
was just waiting
You
for
guys,
to
well,
talk
because you guys
about
got me with your fucking
Michael Jackson, and I was
accepting.
oh,
Don't
right.
blame us for your brain, man. I didn't touch it.
Look, I
But
had this whole script out for Thanksgiving. It was a Charlie Brown type of script, but I have been defeated, so I'm gonna go and
You're gonna go
oh hey,
corn.
no my yeah, I'm gonna
but
go
it
corn.
was a holiday that was
He's got a dummies
designed.
how-to book how to corn.
Oh,
Dummies.
you know what? I think my toaster needs to go take a look at. I'm gonna go take a look at my toaster. I'll be right back.
Oh
It
no!
was it was a holiday that was
Jackie, I'm so
tailor
glad you're
made.
here.
Yay! I'm glad you're here too.
Oh, thank you.
It was a holiday that was tailor made to be this reunion before the reunion of the nation. So it was, they looked back into the records to find anything that they could draw back on. So one of the first things that they came back with was there were 2 days of Thanksgivings that had been issued by presidents before. There was immediately after the Revolutionary War, there was a day of Thanksgivings that had been issued by Washington, where it was a day to kind of knit the country back together after the Revolutionary War. What's more American than something that started with the Revolutionary War? So that was one element. There was a second day of Thanksgivings that was issued immediately after the War of 1812, which was the first real test of America, the nation. And we won. Or at least we survived. Which became the other major thing that caused a day of Thanksgivings to be issued by the president. So we have these 2 days of Thanksgivings, both of them inherently American at their very core, because it's the Revolutionary War and then our first true test as a nation. Boom. You merge those two together. So we already have the day's name. It's going to be Thanksgiving's Day.
I like
Then
Chorkle Day better.
we have, before that, there were about 6 different stories of settlers coming to the U.S. and interacting with the natives and having a feast of some sort. So we have the Claus myth, which, like I said, that story never happened in its entirety exactly how we tell it. It's the amalgamation of 6 different stories.
So they did break bread with the natives, though. 6 different times, you said?
6 different times there was some sort of harvest feast that included natives.
Okay.
all of those were merged into one telling by Lincoln and his staff to make the story that we know of the first Thanksgiving.
Okay. It's all fake. Oh God.
Oh, in a way, yes. That story never happened exactly how we're always taught it. Because we're taught the amalgamation, which it's 6 different stories merged into one. So every element from the story is accurate. But did it happen exactly that way any of the 6 times? No. Fuck no, it didn't. It was different parts of the story happened at different parts. Each of the 6 times there was a feast, and it was shared with some of the natives. But did every time the natives teach the settlers how to grow corn? No. Did every single time the natives teach the settlers how to hunt the wild game in the area? No. Did every single time the feast go exactly how it was said in the original story? No. Each of the 6 times has elements of that story that we know. But they play out slightly different every single time. So we just took all 6 stories. We went, okay, what are the important elements? Let's slam those together and make it one story so that we can point back at this one event. So now we have something before the founding of the United States, immediately after the Revolutionary War, and immediately after the first test of America as a nation. What the fuck gets more American than this story thus far? So then we add in, this is going to be a feasting holiday. Because it is really hard to be pissed off at someone when you're sharing really good food.
They're just not trying hard enough.
True, people in the modern day have become rather proficient about bearing grudges across the table when sharing fantastic food. But the act of feasting in of itself is something that brings people together. So it was meant to be this, everyone gathers together to eat this fantastic food, which makes them feel closer to each other. Not just closer because they're sitting next to each other, but closer on an emotional level. As you eat with someone, you kind of get to know them. You get to see things from how they see things. And then, in order to dial that up a little bit more, the days of Thanksgiving that were issued by Washington, and I think it was Adams, issued the second one. It's right in the fucking name. You give thanks for things. So now you're gathered with people, elbow to elbow, sharing fantastic food and drink, and you're talking about how you're grateful for the people that you're sitting with and events that have happened in the year. It's difficult to not feel camaraderie with someone that you're sharing food with, and you're talking about how you're really thankful for them in your life. And you're really thankful that this event happened, or that event happened, or the other happened.
Hey, since I wasn't on the show yesterday, I don't know. You know,
It was a gaming stream yesterday.
a bunch of those. Yeah, well, a gaming. How fitting, being those native people.
Hey.
Yes.
I'm
You hear
giving
the
them
bigotry.
shit. Yeah, well, I'm brown, so I get a little leeway. They didn't invite me.
So it's internalized bigotry.
Yeah. Look, I could have migrated north, okay, to Aslan. Fuckers. Didn't invite me. But
I'm
no.
not sure what the Lion of the Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe has to do with things, but
Well, we could talk about this elsewhere. But no,
We're gonna talk about it right now. We're here.
okay, well,
I'm kidding.
He was there when the old rules were laid in place, you know.
Dun, dun.
What are the old rules?
When the time passed. No, so in terms of Thanksgiving, can I make a little what I'm thankful for? And
Go ahead.
Aw.
yeah,
Yes.
uh,
Aw.
honestly, I'm thankful, and this is going out for the minions, going out for all of you. Um, I am honestly thankful for being part of this group, being able to uh, chat with even the newcomers like Gabby. Yeah, I mean, this.
Was anyone else really expecting even Donkey
Gay.
to be what he said?
I'm thankful for Donkey as well. I'm honestly I'm thankful for hanging out with him. It was a fun experience. Even though he is
Obsessed with his 3-inch charge and very proud of it.
What?
damn it, he is a character. But I'm very very much grateful that I have you people as part of my life, and I am thankful for that. So thank you, and God bless.
Mhm.
And even though I don't get to partake in eating turkey and stuffings and all that, uh, I will say uh, ciao. I guess I don't know. I
Aw,
don't know how to close it
you
up.
did not
Aw.
get the turkle?
Who
No.
denied you turkle? I will make you turkle.
Aw, that's so sweet.
Where are you going to find the
Yes.
turtle to shove inside?
There's a PetSmart. I don't know.
Oh dear God!
If there's a will, there's a way.
Run, turtle, run! Wait, turtle. I can't say it. Oh God.
He can't run far.
Nope. Nope.
It's hard for a turkey to run when you shove a turtle inside it.
I'm sure the turkey is thinking, "What the hell is a turtle doing on my?" But
Well,
yeah.
I almost did not get anything either. No's work co-workers, his mom brought us a bunch of food and it was so sweet. God bless her. Yeah, so we got to actually eat. I this is like one of the first years in a long time I actually got turkle and ham. It was very nice. And her macaroni cheese, oh my God, her mac and cheese was heaven. It was delicious. Oh, sorry. I was just remembering the mac and cheese.
Oh, mac and cheese. Is it
Yeah,
baked?
Can't go wrong with that either.
yes, it was.
Oh,
And it was homemade. And oh my God. Sorry.
Not a problem.
you're just making me hungry. So.
The stream
Like I
always
said, it
talks
was-
about food. I don't know what else you expect.
That's
Exactly.
that's Friday
If
night.
you don't get fed before you show up on one of the nights that I'm on, that's your own damn fault.
And I accept that. But now I really want to order something.
You're tumbly be rumbly.
Well, what I
Yeah.
was trying to say, Adam, is I'm kind of with you. I would have been with you because I was planning on having a ramen.
Oh, for Thanksgiving? No.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I missed the the gatherings and the foods and stuff.
Yeah, me too.
But I am, like I said, I am thankful that I got to hang out, or at least got to be introduced to the minions.
Mhm.
Aw.
This group has been a very welcoming group, and
Mhm.
God bless. Even to the newcomers, like Gabby.
I've hung around you guys for years, but okay.
Okay, years.
Well, your new minion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been around forever, though.
You were a traveling
Feels like a
exhibit forever.
backhanded compliment.
You were
Yeah,
a traveling
gee
exhibit
whiz,
forever.
Adam. Sorry.
Now you're a minion. There's a difference.
What?
That
Hold
was a
on.
bad pun.
Yeah. Well, no, it was a good pun. I'll give you that. But Captain,
Eh.
what the hell?
What the hell? What? What the hell? What?
We're on the same team.
What? Oh, okay. Ah, gug, 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 gug.
Oh, jeez.
Is
If
that
you're
what
on
you
the
wanted?
same team, then friendly fire becomes even easier.
Well,
Well,
yeah. See, that's all it is.
Should
I'm
I be
just
worried?
teasing you
I feel
because
worried.
Well,
you're my friend.
honestly, I expect it. Only because, it's both her and Terry, so I'm the butt of the joke anyway. So,
No,
well,
you're not the butt of the joke. You're just the butt. Ba-dum-bum.
No,
okay.
Having
So
fun.
Sanguine, yeah, you had what was the next topic that you were
Oh,
He
gonna
was
talk
still
just
about?
talking about
I
Thanksgiving.
wanted to make sure that everyone knew the actual origin of Thanksgiving because, like I said, it's something that every year we see the people that will rant and rail against Thanksgiving. When you actually know the story of Thanksgiving and you know the motivation behind it, it was meant to be the nation healing after the Civil War or during the end of the Civil War.
People educated in current year,
That's
unheard
impossible.
of.
Yeah, it becomes a lot harder to say, well, it's just a story of genocide. No, it isn't. It's the story of families that were divided brother against brother, father against son, neighbor against neighbor, coming together at the end of it and going, I'm thankful that you survived.
Yeah.
That's the point of the holiday, and that's what it's meant to always have been. It's meant to be this moment of gathering back up as a nation, looking at your fellow citizen and going, I'm glad you're here.
Yeah,
We disagree, but I'm glad you're here.
just even gathering together for that day,
Yep.
you know. And they always make that goof of like, oh shit, don't talk politics, but it's like I think most people they get together and they talk about catching up. And then,
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh shit, there's football or a movie.
I was about
Um,
to say, mine watched a lot of football.
yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I mean, that's honestly that's one of the things I miss. I mean, not the football aspect because I can always watch the football, but watching the
But just
movies.
being together with people and
Yeah,
spending time in good company.
yeah, spending time with family.
Are you
That's the
talking about
core of the
extended
holiday.
family or just family, like
Well,
family, like mom
everyone
and?
has, to my mind, everyone has up to 3 families in their life. You have the
Ah.
family that you're born into.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So this is the family by blood.
blaming
You have
Aaron
no choice
Rodgers.
over this family. You're
I
just
will.
born into it. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no. Cryptic, being cryptic.
You have the family that you're born into. This is the family by blood. You have no choice over this family. They can be good, they can be shit, they can be anything in between. But they're family. Then you have the family of choice. This is the family that you make with your friends and the people that you actually want to be around. This can include family by blood, or it cannot. It depends on how shit works out for you. But your family by choice is no less your family than your family by blood. And then you have the family that you end up making. This would be if you marry, if you have kids, if you adopt. That's the family that you end up making. Each of these families is important. Each of them is important in a different way. So if your Thanksgiving was spent among your family by blood, that's a good way of spending Thanksgiving. If your family that you spent it with was your family by choice, that's a good way of spending your Thanksgiving. If your family was the family that you made, that's a good way of spending your Thanksgiving. All you have to do for Thanksgiving is spend time with people that you enjoy. Doesn't matter which group it's from, just spend time with people that you enjoy.
Oh God, I did it wrong. I spent most of my Thanksgiving with Lodi. Oh God.
What? Hey,
Who?
Ha.
Lodi's
Ha
pretty
ha.
cool.
That was so fucking funny.
Um, that kind of that works out because it is, going back to what you were saying in uh, the premise of the meaning of Thanksgiving after the Civil War, is a means to bring people to the table together and you know put aside their differences and you know t- there's a
Enjoy good company.
Yeah.
yes.
It's a good holiday. I don't understand why anybody would want it to go away.
Well,
Well,
okay.
Or they always skip over it. It's always straight from Halloween to Christmas.
Well, here's my
Yeah.
question on this, and it's a bit more lighthearted, as opposed to the Halloween, because obviously, we can dismiss the candy corn debacle.
Yeah, screw
Ugh,
candy corn.
ugh.
It
Nope.
is the inferior candy, and it's the first one to be bartered away.
Yes.
Look, that's fine. Y'all can think that. Y'all just give me the candy corn.
I will.
I'll take it.
I'm gonna throw it at your face.
It's
I
rainy
will-
corns.
Yeah,
Hallelujah.
just throw
It's
it at
candy
me.
corn.
See, the thing is, I'm good at bartering. The moment that I know someone really wants candy corn, I'll push a hard bargain.
Well, that's
Okay.
okay.
Even
See,
though
look,
I would just
Gabby's
throw it
gonna
out
give me
if
her
no one
candy
wanted
corn. Don't throw it out.
Okay. Candy corn aside, what I was gonna say is,
Yes, put it to the
Thanksgiving
side.
is the
Put it side into my mouth. Sorry.
Thanksgiving is usually a place for
Oh.
dishes, and aside from the main dishes, which I hear ham is also a bit of Thanksgiving, which
Yeah.
is kind of outside of my purview, but
Oh.
side dishes for Thanksgiving, I say deviled eggs is top power, and then right under it is spinach dip. What say you?
There are two sides that I would say for my ideal Thanksgiving dinner have to be present: mashed potatoes and bread.
Wait, mashed potatoes and bread. What kind of bread?
A fresh baked bread. Doesn't matter the type, as
Oh.
long as it's fresh baked.
And you mix it with the mash?
No, you don't mix it. Those are
Oh.
two separate sides, which is why I said an and in between. And I
Oh,
said
okay.
there are two sides that I think are vital for a proper Thanksgiving. You need mashed potatoes and bread
I
as the
like
two
it.
sides.
And what about you, ladies? Kind of Thanksgiving
ladies?
sides. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. What ladies?
Oh, okay. Wow. I mean, I was giving you the benefit of the doubt, but okay. How else do I address it? Ladies of the night. That's
That's
we
it
can't
makes.
do that.
We're not
That-
fours.
No,
that doesn't
yeah,
make
no.
any sense. I can't do that.
You see how insulting Adam is? He's calling us fours.
So to go the exact opposite from Adam's original ladies. What about
can't-
you? You
I
both
can't do.
poxy
I can't do
doxy.
that. Adam, please. It's out of my.
Not just
lexicon.
whores, disease-ridden whores.
Oh God.
I feel the love so much.
Oh man. Yo, I have to go to work with Kefki on Monday, so
You know her in real life. I envy you, sir. She is a delight.
Aw, thank
yeah, I
you.
love Kefki. She's great.
Ah, stop it! Stop it! Stop it! I am not a delight. I am not that lovable. I am scurry. I am an unholy terror. I am the eldritch horror that's going
All right,
to sneak
Duckling
into your
Duck.
bed at night and
What
bite
do you
your
mean-
toes and disappear
Well,
into
it
the
was
darkness.
just
We were
What do
talking
you
about
mean
was
it's
just
flash,
decided.
weren't we?
Holy shit.
It was just decided a moment ago that you're both poxy doxy, so let's not.
Oh yeah, we're
Oh,
poxy
That was by
Roxy's.
your
Wait.
designation. I I just said I wasn't lady. I'm a ma'am. It's ma'am.
Ma'am!
Oh no. You know what? I'm gonna be very disappointed if it's like, oh yeah, Thanksgiving dish that I would bring is green bean casserole, and with a
Medicine.
light,
Um,
roasted onion on top. All of this
I
for
make
that.
some bomb diggity
Oh,
twice baked potatoes. That's probably what I would bring.
oh, baked taters.
Twice
Uh-oh.
baked potatoes.
Oh, twice baked. Twice
twice?
baked taters. Oh,
What do you-
God.
Wait, hold on. Please explain this twice baked
So
process.
you bake a
They're
potato.
baked twice.
Yeah.
You bake a potato.
Wow.
Then after the potato's baked once, you hack off the top of the potato
And then a
so
double.
that you have a
fry?
lid.
Is somebody
then you-
singing it? Is Frank Sinatra singing 3 times a
Then you-
potato?
You take the potato that you've just opened up the top of, and you scoop out the guts of the potato, leaving just a coffin of the outside of the potato. And then you take the scooped out innards, you mash them up just like you would a mashed potato. You can flavor them up however you want. You can add in cheese, you can add in chives, you can add in garlic. Go fucking crazy with your mash for this. And then after you mash it up, you pipe it back into the coffin. You put the lid on. You stick it back in
You
to
say coffin?
bake up again. Yeah,
Yeah.
coffin. It's
Tater
the
coffin.
term. Yeah, coffin is the term for a hollow shell. So when you scoop out the innards, you're making a
Right.
coffin.
Hey,
Or when you're doing a hot crust pie or hot water crust pie, you're making the coffin of your pie because the shell that you make, the hot water crust, is a coffin. So you throw that, you pipe it, or pipe your mash or spoon your mash back into the coffin. Then you throw it back in the oven to bake up again. It gets nice and bubbly. The skin gets super crispy. And then you plate that up.
I mean, these are some very tasty sounding side dishes for Thanksgiving.
You're welcome.
Mhm.
Yeah, thank you for the input. Um,
Mm.
it's like 1980s Thanksgiving.
TV dinner? Wait.
Aww.
At least we didn't go 60s and go with a Jello salad.
I was
Oh
gonna say,
God.
yeah.
I forgot about
wait,
those.
wait. Didn't ask Adam. You didn't ask me. You didn't ask me what I'd want.
Jello,
I a-
Jello
well, I
salad
asked
would be
you.
God,
banished
if you
to
said
Shadow
Jello
Realm.
salad.
And yeah, you said Jello salad.
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay,
No, I
never mind.
said-
Well,
No, I didn't say no, I didn't. I want mac and cheese, the baked mac and cheese, and Gabby's twice baked taters. See?
There you go.
Yay!
Adam, she didn't
I already
say-
used the 3 cheese blend method of my twice baked potatoes, so that's already a lot of cheese.
Oh God!
mac and cheese, twice baked potatoes. Are we having any
Yes.
veggies or no?
No.
It's an
I had-
afterthought.
Asparagus, broccoli.
I had sauteed broccolini
Asparagus.
with a red wine finish. Or
Asparagus.
red wine vinegar finish, rather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, you gotta have some greeneries on there, or at least like carrots.
Fine.
That's what
Collard
it's famous
greens.
for.
Or
What was that?
green
another
beans.
good
Green.
It's salad
Yes,
and green
green
beans.
beans.
Collard
Green
greens.
What is collard
Hey.
greens?
You don't know what collard greens is.
collard greens is a type of bitter green that is normally done with either back fat
Bacon.
or
Yeah.
a ham hock.
Mhm.
You cook it
Wait.
so that it becomes tender, and it's almost like you're stewing it with the meat.
So you
Mhm.
have
It
to cook it.
absorbs the
You
flavor.
have to cook it in one of these meats.
If you're doing it proper.
Yeah, and you do have to cook it because it's poison if you don't.
Well, it's
Really?
Yes.
slightly poison. It's not
Well,
potato
make you sick.
poison. It's not quite potato poison, but it can make you sick.
Mm-hmm.
For those who don't know, raw potato is poisonous.
That explains a lot. I like to eat raw taters. Good lord.
I advise
I think that accent
ceasing that
explains it.
practice.
Well, out here in the kissing the Great Lakes out up north, we don't really have these run-ins with collard greens or any type
Oh
of
yeah, collards are southern.
yeah. So I mean I'm a miss for that, but I will say everything else sounds delicious.
If you want another good option for greens, do Brussels sprouts with bacon, mushroom, and onion.
Do we have to have the onion, or can
Fry up the bacon. Or rather, you start with a mushroom, get the mushroom dry fried, pull the mushroom out of the pan. Dry frying mushroom just means that you throw it into a pan, doesn't have any oil, pinch of salt. It releases the liquid that's in mushrooms, because mushrooms are a ridiculous percentage just water. So you
they're so
let
good.
that... Oh, if they're cooked right, they are amazing. So you let the moisture come out of the mushroom, you let it get some color, you pull it out of the pan, then you change your pan to cold pan, throw in your bacon, let your bacon start to render out and fry up, then throw in your Brussels sprouts, get them entirely coated, pull the bacon, let your Brussels sprouts start to get some color, throw back in your bacon, throw in onion, throw in mushroom, let it finish up. Everything should be beautifully colored. You want your onion to be caramelized, you want your bacon to be crispy, you want your mushroom to get some nice color on it, and you want some nice color on your Brussels sprouts. Then you plate that up. It is delicious.
Okay. Let me get this in before we um stray too far from this Thanksgiving feast. Dessert. What do y'all have in mind for dessert? Honestly, for me, I don't even think it's I mean, for Thanksgiving, apple pie for sure. Maybe pumpkin pie.
I don't
But
go
for
in for
some reason,
sweets too
Pecan
much, but yeah,
pie.
apple pie.
what?
I like pecan pie.
Pecan pie.
That's a
Pecan
southern thing.
pie.
Yeah, pecan pie.
Pecan pie.
Grab the popcorn. It's gonna be a southern one.
He's going to continue with piss can pie at some point. You do realize that, right? But
No, it's your
We're
turn,
talking
Adam.
pie, right?
yes.
Yes. Talking
Yeah.
pie.
Apple
So-
with pumpkin. With a lot of whipped cream on the pumpkin pie.
For pecan, it is a sugar sauce that then is completely impregnated with pecans that then you pour into a blind baked crust, slap it into an oven, let that syrup reduce more, becoming sticky and really coating everything, kind of homogenizing. Or not homogenizing, more thickening, so that it becomes sliceable and it doesn't just ooze all over the place.
It's nice, sweet.
And you throw in some spices so that it ends up having a nicely balanced flavor.
Hold on,
But
do y'all do coffee with your if you're doing this type of dessert? Do you do like a coffee or like a like is it a neutral type drink or?
No, you just drink whatever you're drinking.
Okay, well you're
So-
drinking pecan drink,
Tea.
right?
Usually tea. Sweet tea with ice.
I
Because
gotta
that's
go
the way
with
sweet tea
sweet
must be.
A sweet
Despite-
tea with
If you're already eating sweets, why would you have a sweet tea? It's unsweet tea.
how are they
Nah,
going
it's
to
a
get
sweet tea. You
sugar
wanna
foot?
kill yourself with that sugar rush.
listen to me.
Gabby, how are they going to get sugar foot without just consuming sugar with their sugar?
Yeah.
Yo, dude,
Gonna get what?
heard you like sugar. I got you some
Sugar
sugar so you can sugar while you sugar.
Oh no.
But because Adam skipped me in the question, god damn it, Adam.
No.
Apple,
Okay. What was your question, sir?
you didn't let me answer the dessert question.
What is your dessert? Because you know what? Okay.
If we already
I have.
established he's rude,
Well,
so rude.
First he skipped Gabby, then he skipped me, now he's skipping Sanguine. Adam, what has gotten into you?
all right. First
We
off,
should
I'm
rename
not.
the stream. It's Adam's stream.
First off, I'm not rude. Second off, I understood that Sanguine was gonna elaborate on a dessert because obviously the two of yous is gonna be like, oh yeah, like apple pie, like pumpkin. There you go. So now we got Sanguine. What are you gonna do? You got a
Boston cream
souffle?
cake. There you go, Adam. That's
Boston.
what I want. That's
Okay.
not
So-
pie. It's not a pie.
My main
You're not having
go-to-
it for Thanksgiving either.
Yes, I am. I'm having it for
Okay.
dinner every day.
Like I said, how are you going to get sugar
Finish
from
it.
unless you have sugar with your sugar?
I
And you
know,
have your
right? And I happen to
double
drink
fruit tea.
unsweetened tea. Well, it's artificially sweetened tea. I use the equal equivalent, so I'm probably gonna die from saccharine poison.
Oh no.
Almost
Yay!
did.
Do that.
For me, the go-to holiday dessert is normally an apple crumble. Or apple
Oh, that
crisp.
sounds delicious.
Yep. And I do the oats apple crumble rather than the just flour apple crumble.
Yo, and okay, so in my mind, I don't know if it's correct, but the first one is like a more textured crumble as opposed to
Yes.
the second one where it's kind of just like it's there.
So the second one gets a more consistent layer to the crumble, which kind of defeats the purpose of a crumble to my mind. The crumble that has oats in the top, it ends up having this heterogeneity to its topping. So in some areas it's a little bit crispier, some areas it's a little bit of a chew. It's amazing. It adds some texture and just delicious amounts of flavor. So that's one of the options. The other one is do full fruit and cream. So pick your favorite full fruit, then macerate it, toss it into a pan for a second. Once it's just about done, throw in a shot of whatever your favorite booze is.
Well,
Mix
wait,
it
you
in.
what it though? You what it?
You macerate.
I thought you said emasculated. I'm like, wait, what?
No, it's not you.
We
chop
treat it
off
like
the
we treat
tallywhacker.
Adam.
Oh no.
Confused. Sorry.
Treat it like you treat Adam.
Don't
Oh
no.
my god.
You aren't gelding your berries. You aren't. See, I was slightly worried that originally she had heard you masturbate your fruit.
Oh god.
Try
But-
not
Yeah, you macerate. So maceration is a process by which you get your fruit, you throw on some sugar, and sometimes booze. Doesn't always have to have booze, but you throw in your sugar. Sugar is hydrophilic. It sucks moisture out of the fruit, forming this syrup. That then, like I said, you throw that into a hot skillet. You let that syrup thicken around the fruit. You make almost kind of like a compote. You throw in a shot of your preferred booze. You mix that in, then you plate that up, and then you hit that with a bit of cream that you add just a little bit of sugar to your cream. Mix that up. It is fucking delicious. That's one of the best ways of doing berries and fruit. Berries and cream, or fruit and cream. Though you can also just do, you slice it up, you add a little bit of sugar, then you throw in your cream, you add a little bit more sugar, you mix it up, boom. done, Dustin. Just plate that shit. It is delicious.
I'm sorry, he said berries and
I
cream.
think
I'm
you
thinking of that
broke-
commercial. Berries and cream, berries and cream. I'm really not like berries and cream. Sorry, I'm sorry. You can mute me if you need me. Need to.
But yeah, like I said, full fruit and cream, delicious.
I think we broke her.
Inhale! Inhale!
Remember to breathe.
No, you aren't. Don't you fucking lie to us.
I think you're doing this on purpose now.
Oh God, my head is right. Oh God. Oh God.
You okay?
Okay. Yes, I'm fine. I'm fine. Continue. I'm sorry.
I mean,
What is it?
I think that's a good sign that we're at least doing our part in terms of being entertaining. That we can make somebody laugh as hard.
That we just killed Kefki?
Yeah,
I'm sure that made a lot of people happy.
yeah. I mean, when you start feeling it in your stomach, that's where it gets.
Isn't that on the bucket list? Laugh until you cry. Cross that off your bucket list.
I don't know. With that cough, I think we almost made her laugh until she vomits.
We don't want that. But I will say, talking about this delicious desserts that you all have concocted. I would like to think that we all had a good Thanksgiving, and I hope everybody in chat had a good Thanksgiving as well. Nice foods to eat. It's always a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
I hope everyone had wonderful company too. I think that's the most important thing is that you have good company, and if you don't quite have any company, maybe reach out to somebody. Call somebody on the phone. Say happy
Uh,
Thanksgiving.
my company was you, goofballs. How did that turn out?
I don't remember seeing you there.
Oh, well, not you, but
Yeah, I wasn't there either. I'm
oh
asleep.
shit. Oh yeah, I was alone.
Oh God, no, Adam!
I was trying to make
Oh
it
God, poor
positive,
Adam.
but
Poor Adam.
Sanguine, what's the next topic that we should talk about?
Oh, it's a normal Friday show. Do you guys have anything that you want to blather bullshit about? My main thing was I just wanted to get my normal. This is the reason for the holiday.
I live a sad life. All I can talk about is work, but I don't talk about my work on the internet, so it's like I have nothing to talk about.
Yeah, I could talk about work. Honestly, I did have this whole spiel about AI because I follow a lot. Obviously, I follow some fellow artists, and um, AI art is kind of a thing growing.
Man, my avatar's AI art.
Oh,
Yeah.
like Shadiversity has been in a bit of a conflict about that with other creators about AI art.
Oh
Yeah,
yes,
everyone
Shad-
hates Shad's take, apparently.
his,
I heard, yeah.
no, he's an expert artiste.
What's the take?
So, Shad's of the mind that AI art is something that you can learn to use better. So it isn't just something that, well, anyone can do. It's something that as you use it, you get better at refining the prompts, making it so that you get closer to what you're actually trying to get when you're doing your prompts. So it is a skill in and of itself. People don't like that.
Eh. I mean, I can see the logic in that, but then again, it's just not. I don't know. I think it could be like a good resource or a tool. I think it's just a tool to use like everything else, you know? It's really good for rendering concept pictures that then draw, you know what I mean? Getting a good idea of what you want to do.
That would
I
be
mean, I look at it in a very quick response. I look at it as somebody who codes in a portrait for a 3D printer. He's not a sculptor in the same sense as somebody who takes a block of clay and sculpts a portrait.
yep.
Um, and
What about somebody who takes a program and sculpts something in it?
well, hold on. That's just,
Okay, okay, okay. I was just curious.
I'm not, I'm
Don't
not,
beat me, Adam.
I'm not.
Please, I'm just a little
You
ferret.
beat
I am
Kefki? Oh
fragile.
my god. Animal
Calm down there,
abuse.
Kufki.
Yes.
I'm not disparaging anybody's work in terms of this, but it's one of those things where I cannot look at these people and when they want to stand side by side with somebody like, okay, somebody who's expert top tier league video game player. Oh yeah, I play Fortnite, and we do all these challenges. I'm not gonna sit there and watch you stand next to somebody who's a UFC fighter and be like, oh yeah, you're the same person. You're just not. Like that's not the same person. So
Yeah.
it, it's it's one of those things where we are witnessing a uh, gr- a new and growing platform, um, and we're seeing people adapt to it. Um, the one thing I've seen is a lot of people who are low tier artists who are complaining about it, and I understand it, but at the same end, it's like, dude, this is your chance to grow out of it, and
Hmm.
you know they're giving you a goalpost to where you're gonna see. Oh, damn it. Okay. the, Speaking of goalpost, recently Disney just released their Thanksgiving image, and apparently it was done in AI.
Hmm.
Artists, this is what I want you to do. Understand is companies, if they see a cheaper means of getting art, they're gonna do it.
Well, yeah.
It
I
sucks,
mean,
but that's what they're gonna do.
everybody's gonna do that if it's quick and easy. Not just big companies.
Exactly.
People who make YouTube videos. Hell, look at like I said, my current profile picture is AI art because I couldn't get the drawing done. Yeah.
Yo, I'm not lying to you. I don't wear pants when I stream because it's
What?
cost
What? Yeah,
efficient.
what?
Who does?
What? Where did that come from? What
Look,
does that
Why is
have
that
to do with
relevant?
AI art?
it saves money.
I
Okay.
think you just want us to like think about your crotch, and it's not
What?
happening.
Well,
What?
that aside,
No.
What?
Put aside, so it is something to be put aside. What is wrong with you?
look, the main point is that if we are going to do something, chances are we're going to go for the cost efficient, least resistant path, and so artists, I saw a tweet that said, if you're a graphic designer right now, you should look to get a full-time job, and I don't disagree to an extent. Yeah, if you're looking at art as a main form of income, now's not the time. Obviously, Disney's willing to do AI art, so you're not going to get your dream job of stepping into a major platform. Here's where you should go. First, either work on your own craft and build it up to where it's a point where people are going to look at your own work. Because again, nobody Alex Ross is not worried about AI art. Greg Capullo is not worried about AI art. Okay, like these are artists who have a style that You're not going to be able. You're going to be able to. Chrissy Zulo is not going to worry about
Wait,
AI art.
Adam, hey, they'll
I'm gonna I'm
worry
gonna I'm
about
gonna
AI
throw out
art once.
so many different
Listen,
artist names,
well,
but
hold on. I just
but
wanted to make a note. You can program an AI to learn art styles.
no,
So
no,
if they
yeah,
do that,
and
you,
that's
you,
true. That's true. And again, going
they
back
could be
to
put out of
Disney.
a
No,
job.
no, no,
Marvel could say,
no.
"Hey, we're using
And
AIs now,"
Go,
no,
and
going
Jackie,
back to Disney.
the thing is that when you're dealing with named artists like that,
uh
not just Joe Schmo from Idaho who's really good at art, but you're dealing with
mm,
a named artist.
mm,
It's kind of like how, yeah, you can get a print of Rembrandt.
But
If
it's not
someone
Rembrandt.
says that they will sell you a original Rembrandt,
mm,
people are going to pay out the nose. Yeah, you can print off one from the internet. Yeah, you can get prints galore of them for like $5. But there's a difference between getting a recreation and getting an original, of getting something that is done in the style of and something that is done by.
Thank you,
yeah,
Sanguine.
I understand. But I'm just saying that it is not out of the realm of possibility. They will go to AI art for that for their comics
Well,
because that, like you just said, Disney's
Disney
promotional
did it.
stuff was
And but
yeah.
hold on. But the reason I picked this out is because I saw it on a Twitter post where an artist was like, "Look, they Disney, and they shouldn't be short of any animators or artists roaming around their fucking corridors. You would think it's Disney, right? You would hope it's Disney.
Mm,
Um, However, they went towards AI and they didn't even give it the second thought of going through it and fixing up the areas where the fork turns into a knife or the
wait,
plate turns
really?
into a puddle or a carrot turns into a pear
Wait,
or
really?
yeah, they
Ugh.
shat out a fucking image and put it out
Ew.
there. That's what they did.
Ew.
But that's AI art. That's again, that's what if that's what you're up against, it's they're
That's so
obviously going to go through the cheapy effort of getting an image
yeah,
out.
that's so fucking lazy. I mean, even I painted over my AI art that I'm using right now.
Uh,
That's you need to fix things. It messes up and paint over it and
well,
stuff.
Yep,
even
That's
but the thing
lazy.
is,
that's
the
what
way that,
Shade does.
yeah, that's what Chad does. So
Oh no, I'm as bad as
the way that I view it is AI art has a place. It's going to be here to stay. To
Yeah.
say we need to get rid of it, it's not happening. The cat's out of the bag, the genie's out of the bottle. Doesn't fucking matter what phrase you want to use to explain it. It's out.
ah.
It's happening. You're gonna have to deal with
No.
what's happening.
So why
And
not have
that's
But
some
where
the
it's
fun
thing
with
is
it?
that
well
people will have
that's why I
different.
say two things.
Okay,
Either you increase your art, increase your skill so that you have a style that even if it's replicated, you'll know. If even if an AI art poops out a
Mhm.
image and it looks like Alex Ross, we're gonna say, hey, it looks like Alex Ross. It looks like his work. Greg Capullo, it looks like his work. Kieran
Mhm.
Grant, it looks like his work. These people have their own styles that you
Mhm.
even if you replicate it, you know it. Chuck Jones, Don Bluth,
What?
fucking you can go down the list.
No one can
That's what
replicate John
that's
Bluth. Stop it. No one
well you
replicates John Bluth. No.
well
Skate
he
off.
would have to close down his university because he's
Yeah, I know.
charting out fucking people who's doing that. But
I know.
and God bless them because they're doing it
I love
hand
Bluth.
drawn. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I
would love
adore
to
John
go
Bluth.
go through his university
I
myself.
went through some of his
Um,
courses. He's amazing.
but yeah, the
The
thing
video
is
courses, not the actual.
that you have a bunch of artists that are concerned about it, but
Mhm.
there's always going to be a place for hand done art.
yeah,
Mhm.
definitely.
There's always going to be a place for everything when it comes to this. Just like how we have mass produced watches now.
Mhm.
Do you know how much handmade timepieces go for currently?
I have no idea.
a fuck ton.
I do have
Because
a. I'm sorry.
there's the element of being able to say, this is a handmade piece. And there's going to be certain things that if you're, for instance, starting out as a streamer, yeah, you'll probably end up going for an AI art background
Yeah, that's
rather
what I
than
have. Oh God.
hiring out for a fantastic artist. At least for your first background.
I don't think it's backgrounds. I think it's more
It,
because what I've seen, it's more people who do like, hey, let me do an avatar for you. Let me do a profile picture for you, and it's like, yeah, if you're in that realm, I hate to say it, but you're gonna struggle. And but this is again, this is where it's like I go, look, either build yourself up and build a style, or join a group where you guys are going to be able to promote yourselves and uh, to find some sort of income that way. The sad thing is, the sad reality is, none of these big companies, they're not going to pick you up just based off of your, hey, I'm seeing you did some good artwork here. We're going to pick you up. That's just the reality
And
is
see,
that's not
well,
going to.
related to. Sorry.
what I was getting at with my example of you'll have a bunch of new streamers that use AI art backgrounds is there's going to be a sort of stratification when it comes to the use of AI art, more likely than not, where you'll have people that use it when they're first starting out, and then they'll use it here and there later on, but as kind of a marker of I've made it, that's when they're going to go for actual artists. So you'll have a streamer that'll start out with an AI background or an AI frame and AI thumbnails that then as they go on, they'll go looking for artists to make their new background, to make their new layout. And
Okay, I
it'll
have a.
be kind of this marker of, see, I'm a legit one now. I'm not just a journeyman. I'm now actually doing
Journeyman.
things.
Okay, I have a question about the whole AI art thing. I've had other people read me for sitting here and painting over and customizing an AI art image and tell me that I'm a piece of crap and blah 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 blah. What is wrong with having a little fun with it and doing something fun and passing the time? What's wrong with that? Why is it a sin? Tell
Okay.
me.
Let me like I'll give you a a blunt aspect of it. It's I can't tell you what these individuals are thinking, but
Mm,
I would say the equivalent is um, given an image and then just painting over it to fix what you want.
That's
Caffeine,
exactly what I'm doing.
but
What's wrong with doing
hold on,
that
hold on,
and
hold on,
having fun?
hold on. You're having fun, and Kefki, I know you are an artist. I've seen your
No,
work.
I'm
I've seen
not.
your
I'm
work.
one of those low tier artists that uses AI art and has AI background on the stream.
Mm, I've seen your work.
Bar.
You are an artist. And
Ow.
you're not doing
Mm.
this as in terms of like a commercial piece, right?
No, I'm just doing it for
This is
fun.
this is the issue where a lot of people I would assume are running across is there are people who are trying to take business away, and that's where
Oh,
they because if it honestly if it really was just people are just doing this because oh I enjoy creating these art
it's like
images
coloring in a
and doing it.
coloring book
Yeah,
to me. It's
I don't
it's
I
it's
don't
very
think
much the same feel.
well yeah I don't think anybody would have had an issue, but once you started not you but once people started going into it and saying going into the commercial business, I think that's
Commission me
yeah.
for this type of art, and they're just
no,
cranking
that's
out
that's
AI art.
I
stupid.
think the problem is it doesn't lie as like a resource material. Like if you want to use an amalgamation of AI art as like a basis, like every art uses like a reference
Yeah.
point.
Yeah,
But I
like
think,
reference
but I
photo
think
points.
bashing.
Yeah.
yeah, but I
You
think
know?
the point is like some people are just using AI art, and then just saying done.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
and then saying and my issue is when they sit there and say I'm the equivalent of somebody who went through years of learning how to draw anatomy. That's where it's the same thing where it's like, hey, this person has been playing basketball for this many years, and then somebody's like, well, I played NBA Jam fucking 2016. I don't think that's a game.
Or playing
But
Madden on Xbox.
yeah,
I
I
mean, look,
played
I'm a
Madden,
football
so I'm
player.
the same thing. And it's like, well, you're not. You don't. You're physically not. Well, no, I have the same concept. Well, you're not. It's not the same thing. Can we at least acknowledge that you may have the understanding, but you're not the same. And that's where I look
Okay,
at.
but why shout at the people who are just having fun then?
Well, again, that's for me
And a lot of
personally.
artists get mad if people don't credit them, and AI art, like they take it and like they don't credit. Like
Yeah,
there's
see,
there's
that's
no credit
wrong.
to be had.
That's very
Well,
wrong.
I don't get the
Yeah.
whole art stealing shit because I think when you're pulling, it's like, oh man, this Gleave was from this Green Lantern drawing that this person did. It's like, well, I don't know if it's really stealing because if I were to look at an image and say, hey, I want to draw the same type of glove, and it looks like this image from Green Lantern, like it is it the same?
See,
That's
It's,
that
it's
was
a very
something that
nuanced topic. Yeah.
yeah,
that was
that's
something that I was going to bring up because that's one of the arguments that I can kind of understand, but at the same time, I'm going, no, that's kind of bullshit at the same
yeah,
time because when they go, well, AI is stealing art and the people aren't consenting to having AI steal their art, I'm always thinking, well,
where
I've talked to a lot of artists, and a lot of artists go, yeah, when I'm trying to figure out how to draw things, I'll look, or how to paint things, or how to do art X with this, I'll look at people that have done it before and I'll try to figure out how they did it, and I'll compare how their image ends up looking, and I'll model it more after people that I enjoyed the art of. They aren't tracing, but what they're doing is they're using that as references, which artists constantly use references of all
dude,
sorts.
of course.
So
If I were to
the
draw a
But the
comic book cover and I used Betty Page as a source of reference to
yep,
draw a lady on the page, like, am I stealing the image of Betty Page? It's like, no, I'm using her as a reference.
no,
But
but they
it's not
should
the
get.
same thing as AI where they would take Betty Page's image. But if it's like, okay, they just used her as a reference, it's foggy to me.
and
Yeah,
Kefti, if
mm.
you're saying that they need to give proper credit, well, at what
No, they
point?
should get permission. The artist
Well,
should be asked if they want to
does
contribute the art. It shouldn't just be taken from them because it's
does
on a
a
web page.
standard artist that's drawing a picture have to ask other artists, can I use your art as a reference?
No, but using it as a reference is completely different than having your actual artwork taken and put into a program, then reproduced with slightly different
The only difference is one
colors.
is biological, one is
No, you're not seeing what I'm
electronic.
saying. It's a copy paste thing. They just copy paste it and Frankenstein it together, change something about this and that, but it's basically the same thing.
But they're not.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's my understanding of it.
What
That's the
the
thing. If it's an actual one-to-one copy paste, I would be right with you.
Yep.
But
That's what my
if it's like,
understanding is that that's what it is. But if Frankenstein's together a bunch of different pieces to form something new, like photo bashing, but then instead of using the photo bashing as a reference or something, it's the final piece.
Well, what
I mean,
it's
I have issues with photo bashing as well, but I mean,
well, yo, Kefki, look, we've had this conversation before. I don't even like erasing. So you
well,
know
yeah, but
me.
you're extreme.
I'm yeah, because I'm a fucking tard. This is
No,
one
No
of
one's
those
you said
arguing
you're
that.
extreme.
well, no, it's if when you're talking to artists, a lot of times you're gonna run across these people who are like, I don't even want to do photo bashing, I don't even want to do this, I don't want to do that, because I want it as pure as possible. So you're never gonna be able to appease these types of people. But we have to look at it objectively, what it is. And AI, if we are talking about if it's just congealing images from the internet, that's all it is. It's not. It's technically not stealing. It's because it's taking images and warping it to be able to get to whatever
All I know is I would very much not like someone take my little ferret and turn it into something else like that. It would bother me because that's very personal to me, and a lot of art is very personal to the artists.
I don't
It
like
comes
that
from
either.
their being.
But at the same end, we had ample opportunity to make claims against this when people were taking characters and then changing them because they wanted it to fit their mainstream viewpoint on the screen
What?
or on the
Are you talking
No,
about
no,
head
I didn't
canon,
have
like
Apple
in
on the.
fan art or fan fiction?
Kefki,
exactly.
let's go with this analogy. I think we would all agree if it turns out that what they're doing is effectively tracing, then we would all have a problem with that. But if it isn't tracing and it's more the reference, I would have a much harder time chastising that, because I will look at, if I find out that an artist traced something and they're trying to pawn it off as their own, I'd be going, fuck you, you traced it. That isn't your art. That's a tracing of another piece. That's different than making it yourself. Whereas if someone goes, I was trying to make a piece of art and I used this, that, and the other as references, I don't have a problem. Even if they don't, when they first publish it, say, I used these pictures as reference. Because
Okay,
let's
well,
be honest, every artist uses references. And if they had to cite every single reference that they've used, especially every single reference that they use to learn how to do what they're currently doing, you would have entire volumes
Bless you.
published under every single picture that someone has done, especially if it's a fan work.
Yeah, and that's where
Not
it
what
gets
I was
absurd.
saying. I'm not conveying what I'm thinking properly. It's never mine. My brain's not.
Well, I'm saying that, would you agree that if it wasn't that the computer was just copying, pasting different aspects and sticking them together, but
All
what
I'm
it was
saying,
doing...
all I'm saying is that I would feel awful. I would feel awful if somebody took pictures of mine and put them in, and they wouldn't because my art's shit. But if they did and put them into an AI, I would feel awful and I would feel violated.
But
Kefki, but
would you feel
I
that
think
way?
your artwork is unique enough that if it were, we'd be able to pick it out.
It
And
doesn't
I want to see
matter. I would
Kefki's
still
art
feel
now.
that way.
Kefki, would you feel that way if another artist, when I really like your style, and used you as a reference, they didn't copy, they used you as a reference?
No, because they talked to me first.
If they didn't,
If
if
they
they
did,
just
well then
used you
no.
as a
But
reference,
if they no, but if they took it and put it into AI and I didn't even know it and stumbled upon it one day, then yes.
well,
There's a
the
difference
thing,
there because if they used me as a reference and then said, "Hey, I like your art," they still talking to me.
but I'm saying that they never did that. They just
Oh,
found your picture of, found one of your pictures. They went, I really like this. And they decided to use that as a reference for something that they were doing. They aren't just tracing, they aren't just copying it over, but they're using it as a reference and then making something that is their own, but it is inspired by and using something that you did as a reference, would
As
you
long as
still
it is their
feel
own.
Well, hold on.
violated?
That's what
Yeah.
I'm
So
doing. I'm doing.
that's
I'm doing exactly that. Kefki,
yep.
I'm drawing. I'm drawing. And I have to add Tyr because apparently Tyr wants to hang out with us on Mondays. So
Yeah.
yeah, I have to.
But that's
Well,
what I
no,
was kind of
that
getting
is.
at. If it ends up turning out, because I'm not sure exactly how all these programs work. Some of them work different than others. I don't know them all intricately enough to know which ones do and don't do things in certain ways. But if an AI system was not just copy and pasting, was not just effectively AI tracing, but it was kind of using your art in the same way, where it was a reference, not something it was copying, but something that was part of the references for work. Then why does that feel different to you if
Because
it
it's
does
an
feel different?
AI and it's not a human being and it doesn't have a soul and it doesn't have feelings.
If you had a sociopath copying your art, would that piss you off in the
Yes.
same way as the AI?
Yes.
I get what Kefki's saying because I would. I mean, I've made this statement multiple times previously as a creator. I would not like to see my creations happen dance used for other people's bullshit.
Yeah.
So I
If
wouldn't
it's
like.
recognizable enough to be their
And
art, like
that,
AI
that's
is
what I
the
mean.
amalgamation of several things. So it's like,
Yes,
so
that
while it is taking other art, like
it.
it is ultimately changing it, not
You
by any like human
you're right.
like
No, but
mind.
you're right. You're right, and that's where it gets into the weeds of it. That's and that again, Kefki. That's why I say you have a style on your own, a unique style that you would be able to pick it out. You would see it, right? Um, that's why, um, for example, this recent Disney issue, it's an Alex Roxwell, I believe his name is probably, uh, but
Mhm.
it's his own painting of which Disney did a painting over it, and then AI did a painting over it, and you can see the glaring fucking discrepancies between the AI doing it, and then of course you're seeing somebody's original art style. So AI, as far as I'm seeing it, yeah, it's going to be used. It's going to be used for the people who are looking for cheap artwork, quick.
And it might just be the spurgery of me, but like to me, it becomes, as I was saying, very hard to chastise if it's something that is being used in a similar way as a reference work would be for a normal artist versus if it is a complete copy and paste job done by the AI. If it's a complete copy and paste job, yeah, I have problems with that. If it's
I don't. Well,
not
I
a
don't think.
copy and paste job,
I don't think we're going to see copy paste jobs. I think what we're going to see is just what we're seeing with like Disney
blending.
is no, they're going to use it in terms of replacing simple art or animation uh, projects, and not that I'm going to say like, oh yeah, it's good or it's bad or anything like that. Um, Again, I'm always, hey, if you're an artist, if you're an animator, if you're you should look to open your own animation house, open your own artwork house, do it yourself. These big companies, if you haven't catched on for the past decade or so, they're not looking to bring in new talent. They're always going to be looking into bringing in people who are part of the group. That's how it's been. Okay, I don't know how else to explain it. You need to do it you're on your own. Gather together with other people, like-minded people, and start up your own shit. If that's what you really want to do. But if you're one of these people who are just hey, I'm gonna create some deviant art type images and sell it for $80, and hopefully I can. Sorry, that's not reality. That's just not. That's I
Yeah,
hate to
if
say it.
someone's selling AI art as their own, I have a problem with that.
Yeah, well, that's where
If
AI art is decimating you. Is you're gonna somebody's gonna be able to craft a generic original character, and they're gonna sell it for $1. So
Yeah, this just
you're out of place.
ignore my ramblings. I'm hormonal. Just I'm probably not making sense. You just ignore me.
No,
Oh,
you made a lot of sense.
yeah, I was just trying to make sure that what I was saying was making sense.
oh
Where
sorry.
It's the reality is it's a lot tougher now than it was before. So I mean, your expectations, you have to harden them a little bit. Um, but AI art, I don't know. I don't see it. Like I said, I don't see a lot of the actual like hardcore artists really griping about it.
But
It's more so.
it does restrict flow for like up and coming artists too.
Mhm.
Well,
It's less
that's where
organic,
yeah,
but it's
that's
kind of
where it
like
gets.
but it's like any other industry that's been kind of replaced by machines. We've gone through this before historically, and it's just happening again now in other industries.
Hmm.
and I would say yes and no to the
But
it
I mean,
restricts
we're
up and
smarter in
coming.
some regards, but there's also like a lot more opportunities to be a snake in other regards.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would say yes and no to it restricting opportunities because one could say, well, the practice of casting and molding statuettes really fucked over sculptors. Yes and
Mhm.
no. New sculptors can still do things to get ahead, and people that want an actual sculpture will go for sculptors. Someone who just wants a garden gnome, yeah, they aren't going to go out and find someone who hand carves the garden gnomes. They're going to find,
Unless they really love garden gnomes. I see what
yeah,
you're saying, yeah.
the you'll have collectors that will do it. You'll have people that want actual statues and carvings that will find actual sculptors and carvers. And then you have Joe Schmo from Idaho, who all they want is a fucking garden gnome. It doesn't matter if that shit is
Mm.
wafer thin plaster over a void. All they want is a fucking garden gnome.
I mean, you got to remember, dude.
Well,
It's people would be happy to pay $10 to get a paint print out of the Mona Lisa, but you'll find people who are willing to pay a lot more money for an actual hand painting of the Mona Lisa.
um
Like that,
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the reality of it. And so it's as much as AI art is gonna eventually siphon down towards what it's meant to be. Where I see it, where it's
mhm.
somebody coming in like, hey, this is the idea that I have that I want, and they'll AI arted into, oh, okay, this is, you know, and then give it to an actual artist, and then the artist works with whatever they give him. Um,
Mm,
or
Where it's
also,
AI art
no, it's
referencing
just
real
AI
art, real
gonna
art
gonna
referencing
replace.
AI art.
yeah,
Yeah.
but in the interim, we're gonna see a lot of like the Disney Thanksgiving AI art shit, where
Um.
it's they're they're gonna do it because it's cheap.
Mhm.
I mean,
So
that's just the reality of it.
I was reading comments. Rotten, you said your old avatar was alterations you did to royalty free art. I think that that's fine because that art, what I'm trying to get at is that artist sold their art. They had no attachments to it. It wasn't like
Hmm.
something they treasured. It wasn't part of them. If it's royalty free, that's different. That's not a big deal. There's nothing wrong with that. But I,
Mhm.
I just think when they take art from people that that it's special to and they have feelings attached to it, then there's a problem.
But Kefki, the reality is, when they do AI art, they're not pulling from DeviantArt.
Well, I didn't say they're pulling from Deviant. Well, yeah, they are because now there's a notice on DeviantArt that you can opt out of having it put into the databases.
And
Actually,
what
Okay, they could be pulling it, but the reality is, like, if they're drawing up an image of s- such and such, they're not going to be going into and pulling into somebody's original character of such and such. It's such a it's it's mind-boggling how they try and connect it towards it. Where and the reality is, it's dude, it's just competition because now somebody can just sit there and say, "Hey, I want this character. I want it to be standing like this, and I want it to be dressed like this," and then it can create it as opposed to somebody who just does, your basic art. And I hate to say it because basic art is not a demeanor or any. It's not a means to say like, "Oh yeah, you're lesser," or because again, you with shades, "Oh, elitism." Well, no, you put forth work into your craft, sir.
and
So I mean, there's that. But I will say there is you can a visually difference between people who are just working on basic images versus people who are doing illustrate. Like you can see the difference. And again, w- even when I was watching a video on somebody uh talking about the shade AI stuff, and he boasted he worked in Hollywood and did concept work for that. It's like again, where are they stealing your artwork, sir? Where are they stealing your artwork? Because if you can't show that, I don't want to have that in my arsenal. If we're gonna go against AI art, I want to go against AI artwork with tangible tangible footwork, not oh yeah, they're stealing our artwork. Where? They're not stealing your artwork. They're not.
I
It's
didn't say that they were stealing my artwork. I said it.
and
It. Never mind. I
again,
think.
for me, the crux of it comes down to, is it the same standard is being held for non-AI art and for AI art, which I could understand that. If it's a copy, if something is being ripped, absolutely. I understand getting pissed off at that. No worries whatsoever. I get that because, yeah, you'd be pissed at an artist doing that as well. And to a certain extent, I would actually say that it would make sense to be more pissed at the artist doing that than at a computer, but I'd be pissed at both. But if it's not copying elements in the sense of copy and paste, but it's copying elements like anyone would when using a reference, then I have a harder time saying, well, they're stealing people's art because, well, then you would have to say that every artist that uses references is stealing art.
Well, people should develop their own style and not steal other people's styles
Yeah, but every
because it's
artist,
personalized to you.
I'm pretty sure every artist uses references.
Well, yeah, they use references, but then you draw it in your style.
Yeah. Though you might adapt something from your reference because you really liked how that person drew hands. Because you've had problems drawing hands. So you end up borrowing from that artist's drawings of hands. You aren't just tracing, you aren't just ripping it whole.
Okay, well,
But what
that's
you're
fine
doing,
when you're beginning to learn. While you're beginning to learn how to draw, that's fine. But once you hit a point, do it yourself.
well,
Develop your own.
first off, I struggle with drawing hands only because I have a issue with drawing lederhosen. Haha, waka waka.
nice.
The
Wait, what?
Hans versus Hans.
Hans. Hansel.
The
Hansel.
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 Hans. He's
Hans.
Kind of name
Like
is Hansel.
Hansel and Gretel.
Hans. But I agree with Kefki. You have to have a style, and I think that would dismiss a whole bunch of this nonsense with AI art because I mean you'd be working on your own. But again, it goes into the business aspect. Like, okay, Sanguine, do you like cooking, right?
Yep.
And you cook pretty much every day, right?
Yeah.
Now you're not doing this because you're trying to be top chef at a restaurant or anything, right? You're not trying to.
Nope.
It's something that you're passionate about that you enjoy doing.
Yep.
But they
Kefki,
haven't made AI art for cooking.
well, yet.
Well, the thing
Right.
is that if they did and they just started feeding my recipes and my food ideas into it, part of me would be going, fuck yeah, that's awesome. But again, that's because it might just be because I'm a bit spurgy, and the way that I think
Well,
about
cooking
it
is also kind of a reference too. It's like, yeah, you look
Yeah.
at other recipes and you find out what works for you
Mhm.
and caters
Yeah,
to your
and-
taste.
that's the thing, that if a person were to take one of my recipes and then modify it to their taste, I would find that complimentary. I wouldn't be going, well, that son of a bitch stole my recipe. I'd be
Well,
going,
then,
fuck yeah.
Well,
I guess I'm just a selfish person because.
no.
I-
Okay,
No
no.
one's saying that. No one's saying
No,
that.
Kefki,
I'm
Kefki.
saying that, not y'all. I'm saying
I
that.
get what
It
you're
still
saying.
hurts me a little bit.
Oh, I'm
Um,
sorry. I didn't
We
mean
like
to hurt
you.
Gabby.
We
Hug
like
hugs.
you.
I'm sorry, Gabby.
You know, I'm giving you head pets.
Thank you.
But the thing is, like Sanguine, you wouldn't sit there and think you wouldn't have you would no longer be able to enjoy cooking meals because Rosie the robot is able to pump out dishes, right? There's a whole
Shit, I'd be giving Rosie tips on how to make the dishes more like mine.
well, you're not allowed to talk to Rosie. She's her own thing. She's her own thing,
Well,
Uh,
that's a
Rosie's
bit
a
of a dick
bitch.
move. What if I wanted to talk to Rosie?
well, no, she's running her restaurant, and uh, even if she's dishing out the same things that you're creating,
I want to give my
for
compliments to the chef, damn it.
you could. Okay. Okay. So levity. Well, you're uh dolling it up with Rosie the robot over there. But at the same end, it's not taken away from you cooking. It's not taken
Yeah.
away from you creating your own dishes. And this is the thing that I get with these artists when they complain. Because again, like I said, I'm not seeing Alex Ross complaining. I'm not seeing Greg Capullo complaining about AI art because they're confident enough they're doing their own art. They don't have to worry about fucking AI art. So Sanguine, Rosie the fucking robot, crafting the same types of foods that you're crafting, I don't think you have anything to worry about because nothing's stopping you from crafting the fucking same type of stuff. And if
Yeah.
people want your food, they'll go to your food. And it's the same thing. If people want your art, they'll go to your art. They won't go to the AI art. That's gonna be there. Obviously, we're seeing the big businesses. They're gonna go to it because it's cheaper. Focus on your craft. Do your thing.
And like I said, it might be spurgery that I'm going, hell yeah, this shit is how I would think about it. And the cooking example, I'm the sort that if a person goes, how do you make this? I immediately go, this is how you make it. I'll give you all the instructions.
Well, that's recipes.
Replicate it. And I'd be the same with anything else. So I wouldn't have any grounds to my mind to be upset if there was a cooking AI that took my recipes, because I would give my recipes freely to non-AI. So again, it comes, at least personally, to this. I don't really see as much of a difference between this is a person, this is AI, and I view it as, no, I have a policy for person and AI.
I just do not want anyone taking my face and feeding it into the AI. If they take my ferret art, they're feeding my face into the AI, and I don't want it to pop up on somebody else's bullshit that they generated. No offense. That makes me selfish, then it makes me selfish.
Oh, I'm not calling you selfish. I'm
Yeah.
saying
No, I
that-
didn't say you were. I just said, I'm just saying. I'm not saying anybody's calling me selfish. That's not what I mean. No, I didn't say that. I'm saying it to myself. I am calling me selfish. I am saying that. Not you. I am.
And again, like I said, I can understand, yeah, if it's a 1-for-1 reproduction, that's kind of fucked. If it's used in a similar fashion as reference art, just it's reference art used by an AI versus reference art used by a person, those seem the same to me.
Thank you, Spittle.
You know, and I see that, and I even see like, okay, Kefki, somebody
Thank you, Badger.
took your ferret character or your
They
ferret
took
image,
my face.
your face,
Yes.
and they altered it and they used it
Is
for
it
their own.
face off?
Yes. Face
Well,
off.
Was it
Don't-
John
don't-
Travolta or was it Nick Cage?
yeah, I was
It
gonna
Which
was
one
say,
Nick
has your
Cage,
face,
wait.
Kefki?
they started
It's Nick
making it
Cage.
look like Nick Cage.
So now it's going
Yeah.
to be Nick Cage acting like Kefki,
Yes.
acting like
Oh.
Nick Cage, and it's going to be
Yes.
Kefki acting like Nick Cage, acting like Kefki.
That is
Yes.
a horrific thought.
Absolutely.
I don't
That's
know
what
if I
made
wanna
Face
think
Off
that.
amazing. Face Off was Nick Cage acting like John Travolta, acting like Nick Cage,
But
and he
Nick-
fucking nailed it. And it was John Travolta acting like Nick Cage, acting like John Travolta, and somehow he fucking nailed it too.
But Nick Cage didn't act like a ferret.
That's
He
because he
will.
wasn't acting like Kefki acting like him. He was acting like John Travolta acting like him.
Okay, but now we're adding the layer of Kefki onto
Or
it.
is it going to be Nick Cage acting like John Travolta, acting like Kefki, acting like Nick Cage?
Oh
Is
shit!
that the level that we're doing?
This
Yeah.
Or are we
feels like
just sticking it in the same
Absolutely.
mix?
so many different
Or are we
versions of
doing
bacon.
entirely? Or are we doing
7 degrees
entire,
of bacon right here.
entire clean slate, and it's just Nick Cage acting as Kefki, acting as Nick Cage, and it's Kefki acting as Nick Cage, acting as Kefki.
When does it become okay, Kefki? When does
Never.
that become okay?
Never.
7 degrees of Kefki.
Well,
Ah!
okay. You know what, Kefki? You know that
What?
either one of us has to draw this.
What?
The Nick Cage acting as Kefki, acting as
Oh
Nick
God,
Cage,
no.
and
No.
Kefki acting as Nick Cage, acting as Kefki.
We can't speak of this and not have it conjured.
Look,
Physically.
no.
It's coming to existence.
No.
Being birthed,
I'm not
whether we
doing
like
it,
or
so
not.
it's not happening.
If you didn't have two artists on the stream, I could understand. But you have two artists on the stream, so yeah, Kefki, it's our obligation. We have to do this.
So, Kefki, are you
No.
going to be drawing Nick Cage acting as Kefki, acting as Nick Cage? Or are you going to be drawing Kefki acting as Nick Cage, acting as Kefki? Because the other one, Adam's getting.
Oh well, no. What I'm gonna draw is a ferret that has Nick Cage as a face.
Oh dear God.
I
Okay,
think
so
that's
he's
what
going
There
to be
is no
drawing...
God. Or if there is, he stays in heaven as in fear of his own creations.
And you know what, Kefki, that's your fault.
I'm not drawing it. I'm not.
I'll plug it into the AI.
So Adam,
Okay, yeah, you will do the AI.
so Adam has laid claims to he's
Traumatize
doing
the
Nick
AI.
Cage, acting as Kefki, acting
And
as Nick
then
Cage.
wonder why they revolt against the humans.
I will post it in Minions. General? Where can I
Oh
post
God.
anything?
We have the art room, don't we?
Do we have an art room?
I'm
Oh
pretty
yeah,
sure.
art museum.
Yeah, stick it in the art room.
That's what he said.
I'll post it there. It's all because of you, Kefki.
No, it's not. It's your fault, Adam. It's all your fault.
I hope you're
You
okay
brought
with
up the
that because Nick
subject.
Cage as a ferret.
I like how I just got them to accuse each other rather than realizing I was the one who did the face off.
It's all Sanguine's fault.
Okay, well we'll include Sanguine.
You
Sanguine
should
will
have
be in
said
the
that,
background.
Moses.
I found it funny. You two blamed each other, completely forgetting that I had any part in this.
Not for long.
No, I had to remind them.
Well, yeah, of course. It's
This
Adam and
sort of
me you're
in-
talking about. You think
This
there's a
sort-
memory here? It's like a goldfish.
Yeah,
This sort of insanity requires me to be a part of it.
I mean, I don't know about Kefki, but I'm a brainlet, so you know.
I knew I was
Can't
friends with
really-
you guys for a reason.
I love insanity. Oh God, if it was Cage acting like Gary Busey, acting like Cage, and Gary Busey acting like Cage, acting like Gary Busey, that would have been amazing.
Is he still alive?
Gary
Gary
Busey.
Busey? Yeah.
Okay,
My mom
well-
used to have the biggest crush on Gary Busey.
Now it's Gary
Before
Busey
or
as a
after
ferret.
he went meth face?
Before he went meth face. You ever seen Silver Bullet? That movie, when he
Yes.
was in that movie. Which is a great movie. I love that movie. Even though it has Corey Haim in it. But he did pretty good in that movie. You know, the preacher that's actually a werewolf.
Yeah, the Coreys weren't terrible actors.
No,
just
they
had
weren't.
terrible things done to them.
Yeah, they were not that bad. Like Corey Feldman in Friday the 13th Part 4 wasn't bad. He did pretty darn good.
They were decent actors that had terrible things happen to them, and then Oprah laughed in their face.
Yeah.
Oh, this is young Nick Cage.
Badger don't
And
know.
Busey is still alive at the age of 79.
79. Oh my lordy.
Holy shit!
For some reason, the image that is on his GaryBusey.com website kind of looks like it's what's the name of the lesser Baldwin brother? Stephen? I think it's Stephen. It kind of looks like Stephen Baldwin acting as if he's
Oh my
Gary
God.
Busey.
Do you know what this means? We all need to get meth because then we'll live long, long lives.
No, screw you.
What? He did that. He's 79.
I liked
Joke.
being able to eat steak too.
It's a joke.
I don't know how he's made it to 79 with all the meth and stuff. It's a miracle. It really is.
He's really on meth.
He was for age.
Yeah, he was for a long time.
Ah, disappointed.
But yeah, the image, when you look up Gary Busey, and GaryBusey.com pops up in the side, when you look at that image, tell me that it doesn't look like Stephen Baldwin acting as Gary Busey.
Maybe it is. Maybe you've cracked the code, Sanguine.
Stephen Baldwin and Gary Busey, same motherfucker.
Yes. Da, da, da. The secret has been revealed. We all know now.
But yeah, his use
Spread
of
the
meth
word.
is when he went completely fucking crazy.
Yeah, unfortunately. I think he was going a little bit crazy before, and that's why he started, and then it just snowballed, no pun intended.
That would be cocaine. Snowballs or cocaine? Cocaine is
Snowball's a
physically
whole
enough.
other different scenario, but okay.
Okay, Gabby, part of me's tempted to interpret that as you thinking it's something entirely different than what we were talking about. The other
I
part
feel
of
like
me,
I zoned out for a second. Yeah, I was checking my messages.
It's okay.
The internet has ruined my brain. What can I say?
Aw.
because part
Yeah.
of me thinks that you were thinking snowballing rather than snowballs.
Snow what?
Oh, jeez.
You don't need to look that up, Kefki.
Yeah.
Don't do it! Don't do it!
8 balls, cocaine,
No,
snowball.
don't.
Holla, 8 balls, cocaine, snowball.
No, but you call cocaine snow.
Lofi, stop her.
What? What am I stopping?
What is wrong with us?
What am I stopping? Tid, stop it.
No.
Snowballs
I can't. My hands are tied.
are a frozen treat or an object that you throw. Snowballing is entirely different. And then there's
You're standing upon it. I was really, really, really willing to this fucking be past it.
then there's speed balls and 8 balls, which are also
Have you regretted your decision yet?
Oh, I thought this was a friendly.
Did you just look up snowballing, Kefki?
No, I'm like,
Okay, good.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
I like how we killed her twice now.
Yep.
How many times can we kill Kefki? Start a kill counter in the corner. Do it.
I am alive.
I don't think you are.
Not if you hack up that long.
Ah.
Good. Take a breath.
Oh my god.
Frank is just another name from math.
And Gabby, I don't know if it's a good thing to boast about how many times we killed Kefki.
She's still here hanging out with us.
She got better.
I am a good.
She got better. Monty Python reference for the win.
It's only a flesh wound.
It's only a flesh wound.
Your arm's missing. No, it's not.
Yeah. Snowballs are. There's a dessert.
Move on!
There's
Move on!
a type of cookie.
He goes right back into him.
And then there's also an icy treat.
All right, if we're going this route, I'm gonna toss it out there. It's also the pastries with coconut.
Say again?
But
It's
the lime and the
also-
coconut.
Pastry with coconut, I believe.
Oh, those
like
are
I said,
good.
it's
Oh, those are good.
dessert. They are often rolled in coconut.
Yeah. Snowballs.
Those are the good kind. My mom made a cake one time for my brother, and she got a pack of those snowballs, right? And she put it on the chest because it was a woman. Gave it
Mhm.
boobies. Put little cherries as nipples.
Oh, now I'm thinking of freaking Zombieland. Remember when he's trying to find Twinkie and all he can find
Nope.
is a truck of snowballs?
Oh,
That was good. That was hilarious.
I like how we thought we were gonna go into a more wholesome avenue.
We are. Shut
and
up.
we get
We're talking about Zombieland.
Well, I'm talking about icy treat. I'm not the one who thought of snowballing when we were talking about drugs, now was I?
Oh, we were
Shrubbery?
talking about drugs. You just said that.
Oh, drugs, not shrub. I misheard
what he
you. I
just
just wanted to
said.
say knee.
Hey, you.
Yeah, I'm not the
You go
wholesome
back
one.
with your-
Okay.
your-
Shush.
boobs with cherry nipples. And...
Look, it was my brother's birthday cake. I'm just explaining what she did.
But yeah, snowballs are also a name for ices or snow cones.
Oh yeah, snow cones. Those are good.
Yeah. There's a brand that's called Snowballs.
I've never heard of them, but I love snow cones. They're yummy.
Yep.
I used to have this little Snoopy snow cone maker. It was a toy, but it would make snow cones. It was cool.
Nice.
It was shaped like Snoopy's doghouse. Why was it Snoopy? I don't know. Sorry, I killed the conversation.
Oh, no problem. I just started
I
choking on tea.
I think we slaughtered it a while ago.
I blame you both.
I stomped on the conversation's corpse.
It was
Okay.
Of course, we beat it to gelatin and then just used its like body for other means of production.
Oh, okay, hold on, gelatin. Okay, I'm gonna toss out 3 random candies. I want to see if either 3 of you have tried them. Candy ice cream cones, where it's like I don't know what the hell the ice cream was. It is like a fondant, I think.
If you don't know what it is, how can you ask us to describe it?
Well, I don't know. Hey,
That's not a fair point of attack.
it's a candy ice cream cone. God damn it. Those
A
gelatin.
drumstick? But the drumstick has real ice cream in it.
It does.
Oh.
If you don't know what you're talking about, you can't ask us the question.
I'm just tossing candies out there.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
is
Toss them my way. Toss them my way. I like
Just to
it.
see
Okay.
what sticks.
Are you talking about the gummy? Are you talking about the like 1950s gummy ice cream cone candies?
Three times we've killed a Kefki. I'm keeping account.
Okay.
There's also the marshmallow ice cream cone one.
Yes, those.
Are either of those the ones that you're thinking of?
I think they're okay. You know what?
No.
Let me. Can I at least like say the names and then you guys? Can
Yes.
Fucking go. Okay.
Well,
Say
you
name.
didn't say the name for that one. You just said
Well, 'cause I don't know what
Exactly.
they call
Thank
them.
you.
Oh,
Thank you.
fucking okay. Marshmallow ice cream candy things. Fucking orange slice. Fucking candy.
Chocolate.
Oh
Things.
God, my grandmother used to have those.
Oh my god. And then weirdo, like it's like dots on a piece of paper, like a receipt paper.
Oh,
but
the
it's
dot
dots.
ice cream.
It's candy, not ice cream. But yes. And okay, now it's on you. Those are 3 candies that I had in mind.
Are you talking about nerds? They look like dots.
They're not nerds.
Nerds are bomb.
They're like
They are.
it
they're
was
like
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know. It's like sugar on a sheet of paper, but there were
A
dots.
sheet of paper, but they're
Yeah.
dots. Are they called
I remember
dots?
those.
Dot.
Are they
candy.
chocolate?
dots.
Or are they called dots? Because there's a
Yeah.
thing.
the candy dots.
Yeah,
Yeah.
candy dots.
Dots. Are you talking about dots?
I'm pretty sure that's what they are. I don't think even they know what they're talking about.
Dude, I have no idea. I don't even know if these are real.
No, I know what he's talking about.
I'm
There's a candy-
I'm in
it's
the
a hard
timeline
candy
of yeah.
that is effectively little dots of sugar that are on these kind of ticker tape looking strips.
Mm-hmm.
I have never heard of that.
Yeah. You look. I'm from the timeline of Berenstein Bears. You guys are on Berenstain, so I
Baron what?
unfortunately jumped onto this
He's trying to
timeline.
throw shade, but it's not working.
Oh, it's
no,
not.
this is-
Yeah,
I'm
I
trying
don't
to
know what kind of
explain how-
bears
what
he's
happened.
talking about.
Like, why does every time Gabby's on, she throws me under the bus? It's like,
If you think
What?
it's just me, then you're just hyper focusing.
possibly. It might be.
But yeah, you're just thinking of candy dots. Those
Candy
were,
dots. And then there's
That's
marshmallows.
what Lefkey said.
Yeah,
Yeah,
candy
just-
dots.
Candy.
Not the candy dots, which is an
Oh.
entirely different candy.
Yeah,
But-
that sense.
candy dots as
I
one
don't
term.
know. Kefki's
Ah.
also tricky, so I can't fully trust what Kefki says.
You know her in real life. If anyone knows her, you do. What the heck?
Do I? No. See, that's a different timeline. That's a different timeline.
Wait, it's a different timeline?
Yeah.
The time we went to the
Are we
water
going off
park was a
multiverse?
different timeline?
Multiverse theory?
Wait. Does that mean we didn't go to the water park?
I'm
But-
not gonna say we did or not because
What was your third one? So it was the snow cone?
Heck
Or
yeah.
the
those weird
ice cream
marshmallow
cones?
ice cream.
Yep.
Or
Marshmallow
marshmallow
cones.
ice cream
Ice
candy
cream.
cone things. And
mallow
then
cones?
yeah.
Oh,
And
the
then,
dots
Candy
on
dots.
wax paper are gummies, Spittle says. They're gummy
And then-
candies.
What was the
What?
last one? Well, there were two types.
Oh, those
Or the gummy.
disgusting
Oh,
little
or the gummy.
gumdrops?
Or the gummy,
Oh.
pardon.
So
Ew.
you're thinking of dots. If you're thinking
Uh-huh.
the ones that are
Dots.
by themselves and they're gummy
Uh-huh.
candies, those are called dots.
What? Okay.
Dots,
what about
okay,
those?
okay,
What about those
okay,
gummies
dots.
where
The
they're
gummies.
like soda pops?
Sorry, Spittle, I misread.
Soda caps?
Oh, yeah,
are you
soda
talking
caps.
Soda
No, but they're
caps?
Oh,
or
no,
are
gummies.
you
they actually
talking
have soda
the-
pop, the wax bottles that you bite off the top and then you drink the candy inside and then you eat the shell that's wax.
Whoa. Okay, Kefki.
Yeah.
Now, are you in
So-
the same timeline that I'm in? Because that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
the-
my
And then
god!
there's like weirdo wax, and then you chew the wax,
Yeah,
and it doesn't
yeah.
taste good.
No, it tastes worse than my one of my favorite Halloween candies, the wax vampire things.
But it was fun to pop open those things and
Oh yeah, and the liquid
them down.
candy tastes so
Kefki,
good.
do you just have an affinity for eating edible wax?
Maybe.
Hold on, do you like those wax teeth?
Yes, I love
you-
those.
Because
no.
Are
You
you,
like the
surprised
wax-
by anything, Sanguine, at this point?
you like the candy corn.
Yes.
Ah. Oh
That's
yeah.
not wax. That's not wax.
Yeah, but that's horrible.
Bullshit.
It
That's
tastes
not
like
wax.
wax.
You get Brock's. If you get Brock's with the honey, it's not like wax.
It still makes me want to puke in my mouth just a little bit.
I'm sorry.
You should be.
I'll eat your candy corn. Don't worry.
I will ship you all.
It's a
the
risk
candy
I
corn.
will take, Gabby.
Ugh, candy corn.
I wouldn't send it to my worst enemy, but you're literally requesting it, so I'm
Yes.
conflicted. I'm conflicted.
Yeah, I love.
Right.
Okay, so I don't like the way the wax lips really taste. I mean, they're nice and minty, the vampire fangs. I don't like. I'm not like, oh god, I love this. I just love the aesthetic of it. I love to put it in my mouth, run around, and go, I'm gonna eat you. I like to do that.
Hold
Yeah.
on. I just imagine.
Sometimes there's
Kefki,
a
like, in
variation of that, but
Godfather 3 with the,
you know. What?
with the orange peel. Ah.
And I just looked up the name of the little wax bottle,
Do I count 4?
and the name of
That
the little
wasn't
wax-
me.
The name of the little wax bottles are Nick L. Nicks.
Nickel Nick.
Nick.
Do I
L.
count 4?
You alright, Kefki?
Nickel Nicks.
Yes, I'm
You
fine.
need some water?
No, I need tea.
She needs edible wax.
I
Edible
need
what?
vampire fangs. Edible ones.
And they are minty.
They are minty. They're deliciously minty. But I like to put them in my mouth and run around and chase my cats. I don't have a cat anymore to chase, though, so I haven't gotten a pair in a long time.
I don't have a question for that.
Oh
Well, look, it's okay. The cat's fine because then the cat's running and chasing me.
no.
He took my lips one year. I walked through, and I kid you not, I shit you not, I walked through, and my cat Spooky had them in his mouth, and they were right side up, and he had the lips. It was hilarious. He looked over at me, and he had bit them by they were placed perfectly, and he had the big lips with the little face. It
least I had a picture.
I think that was 5 for a moment there.
4.5.
Well, if that was 4.5, this is the other half filling out the 5.
There you go. I'll take it.
But I did just realize the time.
No.
Do we want to continue bullshitting, or do we want to say our goodbyes to the fine people listening along?
What are nickel wafers?
Ew.
Ew, those are those disgusting dry ass discs,
Yes.
aren't they?
Yeah.
I don't
Yes,
know.
dry.
I've had nickel wafers.
You put them in your mouth, and your mouth becomes a fucking desert.
Imagine like Pepto, but like without any health benefits and just thinner and more like disgusting.
See, I was going to describe them as imagine communion wafers, the candy.
Communion wafers, the candy. Pepto flavored.
I've never been to
I try it.
communion.
I drink Pepto sometimes. I used to drink Pepto because I like the way it
A
tasted.
ginger
great,
that
no.
never. Wait, hold on. A ginger that has never had communion?
I'm going straight to hell. I already have no
Oh
soul.
no!
So shush.
Your Irish ancestors are revolving in their grave.
Revolving?
I mean, communion.
they're revolving in their
They're
grave?
You mean turning?
No, you
They're
turn
revolving?
once.
Turning.
If you only turn
Slowly
once,
revolving.
that's a turn. If you're spinning, that's revolving.
Like a Tommy gun?
Or like, those hot dogs.
Like if
Yeah.
we
Do
stuck,
I hear 6?
it's like if we stuck a drive shaft up
their
their
grave.
ass, they would be able to power all of Ireland right now.
Good thing I don't live in fucking Ireland.
I mean, and Ireland's going through some revolving times as well, so.
Smack!
Oh my god.
Yes. You've never heard that they will revolve in their grave?
No!
They will turn in their grave.
Turn!
Yeah, they'll revolve in their grave is a
Thank you.
play
I
on
think you're
they'll
trying to
turn
say
in their
face,
grave.
and that's okay.
Like
We
a
still
dead
like you.
jazzercise or something, sit there rolling. We are press patrolling.
They're at the
rolling
community pool
away.
and they're elderly. They just need.
They're doing log rolls. It's the more extreme version.
It's dinner time. And roll, and roll, and roll, and faster, and the grave just the coffin shoots out of the ground from all the power that's being produced by the rolling. And yeah,
Like I
I'm
said,
dying.
all you do is put a drive
Start
shaft
a
up
Gabby
their
Kill
ass,
count, 'cause I'm
and
dying
it
right
powers the city. But yeah, they're revolving in their grave is just a more extreme
Damn it.
version of their rolling.
now. You're doing that on purpose.
it was calm. And then the storm hit again. Okay. All joking aside.
It's
All joking
infectious.
aside.
If you laugh, I'm gonna laugh. And Dylan,
I'm
you
sorry.
can
I'm
do
sorry.
it.
Okay. All
So,
joking
are we
aside,
going
I've
to
never
continue,
heard of
or
that.
shall we do the parting words?
We can do the parting words.
Yeah.
I believe
started
Kefki was
laughing
just
first.
possessed by Macho Man, so Kefki, do you want to tell everyone to snap into Slim Jim?
Oh yeah.
Wait, snap into a Slim Jim. Give me your Slim Jims. Wait, no, that could be turned into something gross. I don't want them.
Thankfully, it has never needed to be referred to as a Slim Jim.
That's what he said.
That is an accurate statement. That is exactly what I said.
No, you're gonna find those overconfident people who do have a Slim Jim and be like, "Oh, actually, if Kefki wants a Slim Jim."
Necro-sized badger. Necro-sized. Necro-sized.
Do I get a 7?
I think you get an honorary pterodactyl.
As long as I get the pin for it, because we haven't done any at the Minions freaking meetings. I want my pins.
So, with Kefki, do you have anything else that you want to add as your parting words?
No.
Can anyone translate, as I think Kefki was just de-aged into an infant?
She said thanks for having her on the stream. She's unable to talk right now. But thank you. Yes.
Okay. Adam, do you want to go next?
Thanks, Lucky. I wanna thank you, Zangs, for having me on.
Always fun.
Yeah, no, I like hanging out on Friday. And it was a pleasure hanging out with Gabby and Kefki and Lothi. The fun conversations that we had.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of closing out, I want to say I love you all and God bless. So, my
Aw.
part.
Copy that. Gabby, it's your first parting words as a full-fledged minion, so make them worthwhile.
If you love something, devour it. Don't let it devour you.
Nice.
I had to.
And let's see, what do I want to head off with then? I'll head off with there is no courage without fear. Because courage is doing what you have to despite the fear. And with that, have a good night all. The zoo is closed.
Later, taters.
Bye.
And now I click the end stream, and then it takes a couple moments